Likely, I'll use this half for most of the questions, but I might ask just a few on here. You can't see as much on here as you can on here. That's why. So this is just a mirror image. Cut it, mid-sagittal cut, open it up. The male gonad is the testes. So if I put a piece of tape right here and say name the organ testes, it has an exocrine and endocrine function. Exocrine is synthesizes or secretes sperm cells. Endocrine secretes testosterone. If I flip this over, here's the testes on this side. This structure that sort of sits on top of and behind the testes is the epididymis. So tape's here, name the structure. It's technically called an accessory organ. So I usually just say structure, but technically it is considered an organ too. So name the structure of organ, epididymis. Its function is spermiogenesis. This tube, if I labeled it anywhere along this line, is the ductus deferens. Its function is just sperm transportation. This big yellow thing is the seminal vesicle. For a function for that, I would like it if you wrote secretes alkaline fluid with nutrition. Now, this dark red structure is the prostate gland on the outside, so if I label it here, it's prostate gland. If I flip it up, the reason that when I ask prostate gland, I label it out here is because I can just label it and there's no confusion about what I'm asking. If I just say name the organ or structure, prostate gland. If I try to label it in here, you might think I'm trying to label one of these little things. It gets messy. So I usually, if I want to ask you for these little tubes or ducts, that's when I use this side of the prostate gland. Now let's go through that. I might use this one as well, so I'll do both. In the prostate gland, ductus deferens comes in right at this little tiny short piece of the Y that's underneath my finger. That's called the ejaculatory duct. Then, after these two tubes meet, the vertical part in the prostate gland of this tube is the prostatic urethra. Then, as that same tube leaves the prostate gland, it's called the intermediate urethra. So I'll go through that again. I'll just repeat it on here because actually I think I can see them maybe a little bit better. It's opposite sides, but here is the ejaculatory duct. Here is the prostatic urethra. And here is the intermediate urethra. And then out here in the penis, that it's called the spongy urethra. Now, this little circle that sits right underneath the prostate gland and has a tube leading to the urethra is the bulbourethral gland. That secretes a clear fluid to cleanse and lubricate the urethra. It secretes a clear fluid to cleanse and lubricate the urethra. On this side, I can see it even a little bit better. There's the bulbourethral gland. It's right above my thumbnail. It's a little circle right here.
Is that what's considered pre-cum?
Yeah, it's just the fluid that comes out prior to ejaculation,
Right.
and it's lubricates the urethra, just like the greater vestibular glands in the female lubricate the vagina.
Okay.
So it's a lubricating fluid from a glandular structure. Now, I didn't say function of the prostate gland. So back up. If I ask you, name this structure, prostate gland, what's its function? You could say secretes milky fluid for sperm activation. I think we did all of them.